everyone, today we're diving into the latest shift in the legal drama surrounding Diddy Combs, and it's a big one. Several charges against Diddy have now been dropped, marking a major change in what many assumed would be a long drawn-out criminal RICO case. But it's not playing out that way. In fact, the case is now being described by some as less of a criminal pursuit and more of a humiliation campaign. Critics say this isn't about proving organized crime, it's about tearing down a public figure. From the beginning, people have questioned whether this was a tightly constructed case or just an effort to ruin Diddy's reputation. That skepticism is growing louder, especially as new problems surface within the prosecution's side. One of the biggest issues? Witness credibility. Several female witnesses are now being accused of perjury, allegedly lying under oath. That's huge, because in any legal case, especially one that depends so heavily on personal testimony, if you lose credibility, you lose the foundation. And once the trust is gone, it becomes extremely difficult to maintain momentum in court. And here's the other thing, no one else has been charged. Think about that. This was supposed to be a RICO case, a type of prosecution that usually targets whole criminal enterprises. Multiple people, multiple layers. That's what RICO is designed for. But in this case, it's just Diddy. That's not typical. It's actually a big reason why many legal analysts are now stepping back and reevaluating what this case was really about. Some believe the entire thing was built more on accusations than actual structure. Now, public opinion is split. Some people are furious. They see this as another example of a wealthy celebrity escaping accountability, and they believe Diddy's getting off easy because of his fame and influence. But others think the opposite. They see the dropped charges as proof that the prosecution overreached from the start. For them, this isn't a failure. It's a correction. A case that never had enough solid ground to begin with. Then there's Cassie Ventura. She's been one of the most prominent names involved. Her accusations helped shape the early public narrative. But now her role is under renewed scrutiny. Some say her relationship with Diddy may not have been fully consensual, while others argue the situation was more nuanced, and that her story, though impactful, might not hold legal weight. It's a sensitive topic, but it's a central one. Because if the key witness's story isn't rock solid, the whole case risks collapse. Another odd detail? Missing testimonies. Big names like Justin Bieber and Usher, figures some expected might be pulled in as witnesses or referenced in evidence, never appeared. Their absence raises eyebrows. Were they deliberately kept out? Was there no relevance? Or were those connections overblown by public speculation? Regardless, the result is the same. There's a feeling that this case is full of gaps, and those gaps are why many now believe Diddy will walk, or at most receive probation. The elements just aren't holding up. Perjury. Missing charges. Incomplete witness lists. No network of co-defendants. It doesn't look like a case that was built to last. Some observers have taken it a step further, speculating that the case itself was retaliatory. That it wasn't about justice, but payback. Possibly connected to Diddy's past lawsuits, like his battle with a major liquor company. The idea is that enemies he made along the way may have pulled strings to trigger this legal avalanche. It sounds dramatic, but in the world of entertainment law, power struggles happen all the time behind the scenes. And with someone like Diddy, who's been a force in the music business for decades, it's not out of the realm of possibility. So where does this leave us? We started with a high-profile RICO accusation, and now we're left with something that feels more like a public unraveling than a clear-cut legal win. A mix of dropped charges, broken narratives, and a public that can't agree on what justice even looks like in a case like this. For some, this proves Diddy was wrongly targeted. For others, it confirms the rich and famous are still above the law. Either way, it's a reminder of how complex and messy celebrity legal cases can be, especially when there's more going on behind the scenes than we're ever allowed to see. We'll be watching to see if more charges are reinstated, if civil suits follow, or if this just quietly fades away. But for now, the criminal angle seems to be losing steam. That's all for now. If you found this breakdown helpful, remember to like and subscribe. And seriously, thanks for all the support.